We live?
We are live.
We live, baby.
Welcome back to another episode of IOP, Identical Opposites Podcast Show, whatever you want to call us.
How you doing?
I am your co-host, AJ Jackson. I've been realizing we haven't done this in a while, so.
We have.
Uh-huh.
And I'm your other co-host, Ian Hook.
We haven't done this for the past, 3 episodes, I think.
How the
we
fuck
just
you doing?
Interjusted it. But anyways.
That's us.
We are back. Today's going to be a quick one because things happened. Things
Shit
had to
happens.
be done. And, yeah. So, I'm going to let you start it off today since you're the one that's been gone and came back and
Gone again.
struggle bust.
Dude. Yeah, so reason we're kind of making today short is we had a little backtrack moment. AJ was supposed to come get me from the airport about, I don't know, hour and a half ago. I got off my plane 12 o'clock and I got off at 2 o'clock. We were stuck on the plane because some fucking plane malfunctioned and couldn't get off, and we were just stuck on there. I had fucking plane ride from hell, dude. Plane ride from hell.
Why?
I got attacked, first of all.
Attacked.
To go into that a little bit. But in front of me there was a girl that was petrified of flying, which is fine. I get that.
Right.
She was probably 12 to 14 years old.
Right.
Petrified, whatever. Curled up in a ball, just terrified. Had a kid in the back of me just screaming its head off. The mom and dad didn't get seats next to each other, so the mom was all the way up front, and the daughter wanted nothing to do with the dad, nothing. And the dad was behind me, and there was a kid that was a kid our age that was right next to the dad, and I could see this kid just fuck my life, fuck my life, fuck my life. This kid was screaming. Kid on the left of me, on the other aisle, was blaring, screaming because he was hitting his dad, and his dad was stop hitting me. And he started screaming then and throwing a tantrum because he couldn't hit his dad anymore. And then I had this little girl that was so cute next to me, and she just played on her iPad the entire time. Like an angel, a fucking angel, until it wasn't. An angel, dude. So then we land at a good time. It was 12:15. By the way, it's 12:42. It's 2:45 right now. And airport's only 10 minutes away. But we got land, and they were just we're just waiting for this plane to take off, folks. It's gonna be 4 minutes. Okay, 12:15 turns into 12:30. I'm that wasn't 4 minutes. And then it's 12:45. I'm okay, AJ, just don't come yet.
Yeah. Well, I fell asleep, honestly, but
It's all right.
yeah.
So now people are starting to get obviously irritated and realize that we're not going anywhere. So these kids are getting restless. Get me the fuck off this plane. So this little girl that's next to me starts getting even cuter. She's just she talks to the girl that's terrified of flying, and the girl's just being so sweet to her. They're talking and all this, asking her what she's into, blah blah blah. It was really cute. And then the little girl next to me just starts doing animal noises.
Yeah.
And
How old is she?
4,
Okay.
3. Okay. So she's just she's barking. She's barking. And I'm okay, it's cute. It's cute, whatever. And then she's cock-a-doodle-doing. And as a chicken, a rooster. And I'm that's fine too. Okay, we're stuck on this fucking plane.
Right.
There's no timetable on when we're gonna get the fuck off. This was before we even got a different gate. We were just stuck.
Right.
So this girl's, doing that like a rooster, and then she starts barking again.
Okay.
All right, and then she goes up to the girl that's that she was talking to in front of us, and then she starts panting in the girl's ear. And the girl starts to get to a point where she doesn't give the girl attention anymore.
Right.
So the girl did one of these you're next type things.
Oh,
and I was
guy.
fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. I was being so sweet to the girl all the time. She dropped her iPad a bunch of times. I was picking it up. The mom was kind of in and out of sleep. She was so sweet. And then she goes to me and starts meowing. And I was oh, okay. And that's fine. And I'm sunburnt like a motherfucker, right? And I swear to God, this girl goes, meow, meow. And I was stop. I didn't know what to do. And she's just scratching my sunburn, bro. And I'm just fuck my life.
My first question is, you didn't have headphones?
What?
You didn't have headphones?
I did, but I didn't bring them out because we're in the air for 50 minutes.
Okay.
I was passing out.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I like just closed my eyes, and like we were supposed to get there like off, and then by the time that I was gonna like put headphones in like when we were just chilling there. Like I wanted to hear when we were gonna get the fuck off.
Wow.
If it was longer than an hour, like it was less than an hour that we were in the air, dude.
I don't know. It's just something about like
I usually
with no
always do.
It's crazy.
I usually always do, but especially like I thought about that, but especially like when I was listening for updates, like I wanted to know what the fuck was going on.
Oh.
But for the flight, no. And she would, like I said, she didn't make a noise on the flight. Like she was so good when we took off. Didn't like just playing Candy Crush, like so cute,
Right.
so cute. And then she turned into a fucking lioness and fucking in the jungle and just scraped the fuck. Oh my god, dude. I might be like bleeding. Like she was going in like a fierce like.
Really?
And I was like,
and you just gonna say stop.
And I was just like, I was like, how's your day going?
And just say stop.
And then like, then she asked like me to open the window. I was like, anything you say for you not to like scratch me anymore. And I opened the window up for her, and then she just went into like all the activities she could do in the rain, and I was just listening, and it got better. And then she went back to a rooster eventually, and she cock-a-doodle-dooed all the way off to the plane. Yeah. How about this shit, dude? I've never heard this in my life. So I have a kid screaming in the back of me that doesn't stop from the time we get onto the plane, but in the air.
Right.
We get on the plane, in the air the entire time, landing, and while we're waiting. Screaming, crying the entire time until the mother literally stands up in the front, comes back to get for the dad, and she's like, we're switching babies. And he's like, okay. So he got another baby that was a lot better.
Huh.
I guess they swapped.
2 babies.
Yeah, and separate, like they're not in the same seats. Really weird. I think that would like they would just like, oh, let's get the same seats with the kids. But I don't know.
There's only 3. There's only 3 to a
They didn't. They were so small, like they were just in their laps.
Oh.
They weren't. Yeah.
Oh.
There was 2 people on the side of that guy.
Oh, okay.
Like none of it was made for the kid.
Okay.
Anyway, I think if you're 3 or under, you don't have a seat.
Right.
If you're 3 or under. So they switch finally, blah, blah, blah. So I have that kid screaming at me in the back, right behind me. I have the girl scratching at me. I have another kid on the side, like, that's punching the fuck out of his dad and, like, is throwing a tantrum every time his dad tries to stop him. Out of all of that, and obviously you hear, like, the people bitching and moaning about that we're stuck on the plane.
Right.
Like, I was just clenching my jaw. Like, I was just biting my tongue, clenching. Like, I was pissed, but I was not saying a word.
Right.
I was talking to God a couple times, just like, please get me the fuck off of here. That type of
Right.
shit. But people are bitching and moaning. So you have all these fucking noises of just shit coming left and right. Everybody was just astonished. There was one noise that like just went above all the rest. Some old man, like 70 years old, started snoring when we landed and just like started waiting. Dude, it was like a cartoon. Like it was something that you're like, you ever like try to fake snore? Like if I asked you like snore, like what would you sound like snoring right now? It was like that, dude. It was so loud, like it went over all the screaming, everything. Like you're hearing like babies cry and scream, and you're hearing people just going back and forth, blah blah blah, and all you hear in this background is just like crazy, dude. And it just like I don't know, like I couldn't see like because all people as soon as we landed and
Everybody
like
stood up, yeah.
everybody stood the fuck up. They didn't care how long it took until we got a gate. Like people were standing up for a while, like probably 40 minutes. I was on the plane for over an hour.
Yeah.
Like after landing, so nobody woke this motherfucker up. Like he had to be sitting next to people too, and they were just like,
yeah, I wouldn't just.
Bro, no, he was
here.
so loud. Like I was just like, that's insane. How all these noises for him, he's just passed the fuck out. But that was hell. We should have been. Obviously, you guys, when you see us on Thursday, you won't know timetables. You won't care about timetables, time frame. But we were supposed to do this literally like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I ought to say that he flew Frontier. He
Yeah.
asked for this.
That's what you get when you try to do a last minute flight and you don't want to pay out the fucking ass.
True, that is facts. Flights are so expensive right now.
So it was cheap. It was obviously Spirit was cheap. I'm not fucking flying Spirit anymore. I flew Spirit to Miami one time for spring break, my junior spring break. Yeah, and our landing literally bounced. Like we hit, like we went off the tires and like I know for a fact we were back in the air for a little bit. Like we hit and it was like okay, and then went back down and I was like, all right, and then we just slammed on the motherfucking brakes.
Yeah, Spirit's like a death sentence to me. I don't know. I
like American.
Yeah, I only fly American.
I like American. I do like JetBlue. I fly JetBlue when we go to Cancun. But
okay. I heard of JetBlue, but yeah, I'm American. And then when I used to live in Atlanta, I flew off Delta.
Delta. I don't think I had one flight that was Delta, but it was like a returning flight. It was like two separate ones. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm American boy through and through.
Yep. That shit was ass up. That shit was fucking ass.
What? That's your worst plane experience ever?
Being on there, yeah, probably. One time when we went to Cancun, something was going on at the airport. Mm-hmm. So the plane drove far as fuck away. We got off a ramp and then we got onto a shuttle that came and picked us up in like groups of like 12 and drove us back to like another side of the airport. I don't know what the fuck happened, but that was a little crazy. So we were just like standing in a fucking like huge ass like open, like not landing strip, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess the back of it.
Yeah.
But like no plane was gonna land where we were, but we were just standing there in like an open fucking area, waiting to get picked up. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't know.
But it's fucking Mexico. Anything could fucking happen.
Yeah, I never had like a traumatic bad plane experience. Like other than like really bad turbulence. Like
We had coming into Charlotte, we got
like,
it bad.
When I went to Austin last year, when I got stuck for like an hour and a half on the tarmac, like waiting for a gate because it was like a super bad storm. We was trying to land before the storm hit. But we were still hitting like the clouds that had like all the stuff like of the storm in it. So like we was literally nose diving and like that turbulence was so bad you couldn't see anything. Like everything just went black. Like it was nighttime, but like it was still like light like coming through the windows.
Yeah.
But as soon as we went through the cloud, it just completely went black. And then you just see us like feel us nose diving at like fucking 400 miles an hour, just nose diving, trying to get under the cloud.
This is awesome.
And under the storm. And then we finally landed. We were like, bet we made, we beat the storm. And then as soon as we like pull in to like go into our gate, it just pours. Like before we was pulling up to the gate, like just pours. Lightning's crazy. Like this is like the worst lightning I have ever seen in my life. Like lightning is crazy.
Oh, it's always going to be crazier up there. You know what I mean? Like shit comes through the clouds. Like
no, I'm saying we're on the ground now.
Oh,
like lightning's crazy.
I was gonna say like lightning is like obviously a lot crazier up in the sky.
Yeah.
Like not all of them touch down, right?
Yeah. No, they hardly touch down.
Okay.
They're always in the sky.
No, I know, but like, does every single lightning bolt touch down?
No.
Really?
No, they're just in the clouds.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
What made you think that?
I don't know. I do. Because like, you ever be like, I don't know, that'd be crazy. I think the world wouldn't exist if every single lightning bolt touched down.
Yeah.
Like think about everything it would hit like nonstop if we had a crazy storm.
Well, it would hit trees for one, causing fire, wildfire everywhere. You know, the land's mostly trees, even though it doesn't seem like it.
Land as in like, or land as in
like,
earth?
as in Earth, America.
Earth is mainly water, 70%.
Well, duh,
actually.
but I'm saying, like, where we actually live.
Geography.
We don't live underwater. We live on land.
I don't know.
Land is mainly trees.
Yeah, you're right.
So if lightning struck every time,
yo, you kind of be fucked.
we wouldn't have any oxygen.
So that's why the percentage of like getting struck by lightning is so low.
Yeah.
Because like if everyone touched down, like I feel like it would be a lot higher percentage. Like, yo, that's a chance. Like,
Exactly.
you should probably stay the fucking side.
Right.
But everybody walks outside. All right.
Right.
I'm
Right.
learning things, guys.
Yeah. This is educational too.
You ever like think like, I don't think I could be one. Like, I don't think I could win. Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? That show that was out when we were kids.
Well, that's because like
They'll be like,
It'll be
like
some-
solve this fraction. No, solve this long-term division.
long term.
Is that what it is? Long division?
I think
it's
it's
just long division.
division.
It's just long division, not long term.
But no, I thought about that too because I don't know. Like I'm smart, but I'm smart from what I'm like getting taught at the time.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Like I passed every test, except for a couple.
I was gonna say.
But like because I was getting taught weeks before the test, and then it kept going. But like finals and stuff, thank God I never had to take any. But finals would kill me.
You never took any finals?
Not in college.
What do you mean? 4 years and you never took a final?
No.
How?
Exempt.
How?
Based on your grade in class. Like if you got an A, if you had an A, you just
every class, every teacher did that for you?
Yes.
Not fucking me.
Yeah. Well, in architecture, your finals aren't really. They're not paper use.
Projects?
Like they're just projects.
That's what ours are for what my major was.
Yeah, so like you're presenting the project, but like for the other classes, they were just like gen eds, and if you had a good grade, you didn't have to take a final.
That's like no, ours were mainly projects. The worst is like for my degree in sport management, it was like sometimes like not sometimes a lot of times our finals were like group projects.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had to like meet with people all the time. Like maybe I would get like lucky and have like a maximum of like 2 people I knew.
Right.
But that for the most part just be fucking randoms. Be like, when can you meet? Like when can you do this?
Right.
And like blah blah. I'm like this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like doing my part, and then I would do the whole project.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like waiting on other people. That always
True.
sucked. Like I have such bad OCD of like a time thing. Like time is like huge for me. Like I was freaking out on the plane because like I'm thinking about everything I have to do today after the podcast, and I'm just like fuck. Like I'm just in my head so bad of like everything I have to do still after when we get finished with this.
Right.
So like that's my OCD is like crazy is the time frame wise. So like if somebody was just like slacking on their project, dude, I'd freak out internally.
Really?
Yeah. Or like if I knew it'd be like oh this kid's not the smartest in class, like it's gonna be like shit.
Right.
I'd fucking just re-go over and do it.
Huh.
I was really good. Like I finished whatever like in college like cum laude, whatever the fuck it is. Yep.
Yeah. I'll take that back. I did have to take a final my freshman year.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had gen eds.
No, only because geology, and I hated geology. Like, I slacked off so hard in that class. And, like, he was the only one. I hated him. Oh, my God. Didn't hate him, but, like, just as a concept, I was just like,
You did.
Why? I didn't even know him. Like, I literally didn't pay attention at all in that class. It was me and my best friend next to me every day in that class. She paid attention, but, like, me, I was just, like, scrolling on TikTok or some shit or, like, on my computer. But I barely paid attention to that class. He was the only professor that was like, you have to take the final. And I took it, and I didn't even care what grade I got. I just took it and just kept pushing. And then I should have taken one my last semester, but I just didn't. I decided not to show up.
No.
Because, like, it wouldn't have done anything with my grade.
Good for you. All right. What's the most bullshit class you ever took in college?
Geology.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dude, I took a class that was cooking with science.
Cooking with science?
I thought I was going to be cooking and I was going to be eating and all this. No.
Science part.
No, bro. I walked in one day and my teacher looked like a...
Sounds like chemistry.
Cooking with chemistry, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It wasn't cooking with science, it was cooking with chemistry.
And you thought that was good at me cooking.
I saw cooking and I was like, fuck yeah, home ec, dude, I'm probably making pizza bagels.
No.
And the one day I walked in and he's just like, today I'm going to microwave this piece of broccoli and I'm going to show you that when I overcook it, that how the nutrients leave the piece of broccoli because the nutrients are overcooked in it and the color change.
Yeah, it goes from green to black.
Yeah, because it goes from light green to green. That's like when it's like most dense.
Right.
And then it just like dies out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we're going to do different temperatures and cook it longer than others pieces. And we're going to grade them. And I'm like, fuck me.
What the heck?
And then he's just like, here are the molecules in a piece of broccoli. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Like, you could tell like all of like the sport majors, the athletes, like the just the people that were just like, we're cooking in this shit. Like the people that came in, not just me, that were like, I'm cooking in this class.
Right.
Walked out of that class that right after we were
They
talking about
dropped it.
fucking molecules and a piece of broccoli, and
dropped
we were
it.
all just like, what the fuck was that? Like, it was so bad, dude. But
Damn, that's fucked.
I took a final and I think I got like an 80 on the final. I got like the highest grade, dude. It was bad.
Really?
13 people showed up out of like a 45 people class to the final. People dropped beforehand,
Yeah.
but like we started with like 45. I was one of 13.
I was a huge chemistry guy in high school.
Same.
That was my shit. That was my shit. Actually, that was my shit. I couldn't tell you what I learned now, but that was my shit.
I love science. I was gonna.
I was a science.
My first major before I switched was biology.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was a science and math guy. I wanted to be an engineer.
Were you in math and science club? Science
With
and math
beta club. It was just
in high school.
yeah. It was just like a beta club thing.
We had one.
You had a beta
Yeah.
club.
Well,
Yeah.
science and math, yeah.
But yeah, we didn't really have like a math club or a science club. It was like
Well, it was together, science and math, and then you had the chance of like doing different like tournaments and like.
oh no, we didn't have that.
No.
We didn't have that. No.
I didn't do all that. I just showed up to meetings. I did a couple events
Yeah.
here and there.
Oh no, I fucked with science heavy chemistry and math. Oh my god, that's when it was so easy. But yeah,
You know what math I hated?
What?
Geometry.
really
Hated geometry.
breeze through that.
No, I just didn't enjoy it because my teacher sucked. And then I had
My
different.
teacher did suck too.
I had a different teacher than I never had the same teacher for any other maths like anything.
Yeah.
Like stat, I love stat. Like stat's my shit.
I never took stats.
No, but shit like that. Like I never had that teacher again, but she made my life hell, dude. I remember one time like I was like I kind of know the material, I kind of don't. So like I'm gonna bullshit it until I get to like an answer that looks right. But like half of my work was missing, dude.
Really?
Bro, she literally said when she handed the test back, she goes, "See me after class." Like I like cheated or something. I was like, "What?" And she was just like, "How'd you get that answer?" And like, you ever like think like, all right, I think I like put it in your head, but you can't put it on paper. That type of thing, where it's just like, I don't know what I'm explaining.
I do that. I know that with words, but not
Okay,
like
but like
math.
math, like I was like, I don't know the equation. Like I didn't memorize like that one part of equation that was in the entire process, right? So I was just like, I kind of know how it works in my head, but I can't write it out because I don't really know it. So she literally looked at me and was just like, "How'd you get that?" I was like, I don't know. And she made me retake the entire fucking thing, and took 20 points off. Like she thought I was like cheating or something. And I was like, bro.
yeah, that doesn't make sense. I'm on her side, low key. I'm sorry because I'm thinking about it. It's math. Math is like you need an equation to finish.
Yeah, I know,
it.
but
So
there were
like,
so many parts of the equation. Like, for example.
So
like,
how did you get the end?
For example, like you know how like some problems like require two different equations to go into one. Like it's like a step process where you're like, okay, like once you get to this point of the problem,
Right.
then you bring in this part.
Right.
I didn't know this part coming in.
Okay.
I didn't know part B of the equation, but I kind of remembered in my head, like, okay, when we were going over this in class, I remember kind of what like some of the other kids did on the board and blah blah blah. But like I don't really know what the equation is, type thing. I was just like kind of know how they got to it. Like even the question on the test is similar to like the question on the board.
Right.
That's how I think I really got it. I was just like it was like very similar. So I was like, I think it's this, but I couldn't explain it because I didn't actually know the equation. I just kind of remembered. Like I'm a visual person, so I'm like I remember like them like getting to a certain point on that and getting it.
Interesting. Oh.
But you know what?
I'm not.
I mean, like she hated me back then, but like she still shows up to my mom's restaurant. Like shout out you. Like I'm not gonna name drop her, but like hated her at the time. Like she's a great person.
Right. Yeah. I told y'all about the teacher beef I had in second grade. Yeah. That just reminded me of that. Like I still hate her. I hate her so much. But yeah. Were you in APs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I took. Did you take college credits in high school?
Just took APs.
I got
We
like.
got college credit from the APs.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think from that I got. Well, no, I only took English AP. That's it.
Okay.
And then I actually took like college courses in high school.
Okay.
That gave me
we had dual credit.
Like for example, like I never had to take a math class because I took a community college course in high school.
Okay.
So like I already had like that. I had like 8 credits maybe starting, like before I even like took a class in college. I think I had 8 credits.
Yeah.
8 to 10.
Yeah.
I think it was 10 actually. Yeah, 10 credits. 10 credits that I did in like a quarter or two. But yeah, that's what I did instead of like APs. I took English AP for like literature.
Yeah.
And then it was all like my like science and math ones because I was really like good at that. I took college courses and that got me. So I never had to take a math class, like even like a gen ed math in college, like most people do.
Yeah, same. I didn't take math. So I'm dumb in it now. But yeah, I was thinking about this the other day because in my growing up, like once you hit middle school, it was like cool to be like smart. Like you had to be smart. So
I mean, like if you're dumb and not good in school, it's almost like ugly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
So like in 6th grade, everybody started off on the same playing field. But like in 7th grade, it was like based on your 6th grade like grades and stuff like
Shit
that.
picked up.
7th grade was like you get to skip a math class. So like in 7th grade you was doing 8th grade math, and then like 8th grade you was doing freshman math or whatever. So like I kind of am grateful for it now, but like thinking back on it, I was just like, damn, like you had to be smart to be like a cool kid.
Because like school really picked your friends. Like you didn't pick your friends if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, your friends that could have been your friends like before you got up there.
Right.
Like if they're dumb, bro, like you're not seeing them the entire day anymore.
Right.
So now it's either like you gotta like hang out with them on the weekends or like you're not seeing them really.
Yeah.
Maybe lunch, but even those times were different.
Yeah.
So like, cause like that's what it really split you. Like if you're really good in English, like and you're gonna be in like the highest English class.
Yeah.
If you're really dumb in fucking English based off your exams and tests and whatever.
But it's just I don't know. I just think about it because like it was like a pressure thing until like I want to say like once you get in junior year of high school, everybody's just like, all right, like you're just who you are at this point. But like freshman year, you're going like straight into APs. Like we can only take one AP freshman year where I was at. So we took like an AP European history, and then like we took.
Forgot about history.
I was about to say South Carolina. Sophomore year. Sophomore year, you took like AP Lit.
Yeah.
AP Lit. And then I think that was
a lot of fucking Shakespeare.
AP Calc. And something like that. We had like 3 or 4 APs your sophomore year.
Calc was easy too.
Yeah, I thought Calc was
Calc was easy. Stat was easy. What other ones?
No, AP Calc was into junior year because you had to go. Geometry was freshman.
Yeah, geometry
Calc
was freshman year.
Was sophomore. Calc 1 was sophomore, and then you went to AP Calc A, B, and then you went to AP Calc B, C.
We did a little differently, but we're still on kind of like the same time frame.
Yeah. But it was just hella APs, and that just like blew my mind of like how much pressure the friend group in general or like school in general was. Like it was cool.
It also sucked to be like that kid. I mean, like nothing wrong with like people test bad. People like didn't care too much about school. Like they kind of like maybe like you're gonna go do like a trade school like and like you don't really need like this material knowledge. Like some people just didn't try like that. Like I knew that. Going up in like later high school, like sophomore to senior year, I knew kids that would be like, "Oh, I go to what's that called? Where they go to like a trade. What was that school called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, ours is called
Fuck.
Something Center.
Fuck. Anyway, I can't think of it. That pisses me off. I can't think about it. But I knew a kid that was one of the best like welders. But like he would go to school like the teacher would be like, "Here's your test." Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
some
literally
people
would be like,
have it.
I don't give a fuck. No. Like he's like, I'm not. No. Like, English. No. Did you study? No.
Yeah.
But like he goes to fucking tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tech. He goes to tech and it's like he goes to tech in the morning and then he has a couple classes at actual school in the afternoon. And he's like making all this shit like, teachers already projecting what he's gonna make out of fucking tech and all this stuff. Like when he's actually a welder, like gets the certifications. People doing like welding, diesel mechanic, like
Yeah.
they would excel at that shit. And then as soon as I got there, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like they would have the worst attitude and mentality. They just didn't give a fuck. Like you don't need to.
That's what kind of made me bring it up because like that was such like a pressure thing, and then now everybody's like, it is what it is. It did make college a lot easier though, but like it is like no one cares. Like no one cares what your grades were in college. Like that's the sad part about it. It's
So,
like
yeah, nobody gives a
it's like
fuck.
no one cares. Like it is good like when you're handing your resume in and yeah, you have like a high GPA, but like they're not gonna go through and see when you had a C or a D.
Like nobody ever for a job is gonna be like, I see that you didn't take your that one final, you just didn't show up.
Exactly.
Nobody
Like
gives
as
a
long as my GPA is fine, like it's not a 4.0, but it was close to
Close.
it.
What'd you finish with? I finished with a 3.7.
I think it was the 3.8. 3.8.
I think you were
3.8 close to 3.9.
3.7 was like the top of like the bottom like dean's list type thing. So you might have been like the second tier.
Maybe I didn't care enough. I was like, give me my diploma.
I just know I got an extra thing on my sash whatever, for graduation.
Oh yeah, I just bought, or I didn't buy one. I borrowed my friends because I didn't want to buy
like,
one.
for like your grades, they give you another one, so like it shows like that you have like those grades.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm saying, we had to buy them.
Really?
Yeah.
We had to buy everything else, but those like
No,
when you
we
get
had
the
to buy
grades,
every single stole. Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I was like, I'm not paying for any of them. I just borrowed my friend's honor stole, and then
Yeah, like my as soon as I was done, like I think I said this on the podcast before, but like I graduated a semester early, and then I just did my internship after.
Yeah.
So since I graduated a semester early, I was still living at the house the semester after.
Right.
But like everybody else in my house was graduating on time.
Right.
So like I was just like, yeah, here's my shit. Like whoever wants it.
Right. Yeah.
My buddy Jordan took it. I think he wore literally everything I put on. He had.
Might as well. They're not gonna check you.
Nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Exactly. But yeah. All right. Before we close out, I got a question. What do you think your biggest red flag is?
We already went over this, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we did.
When?
We were doing some type of questioning. Yeah, we did. 100%.
Because what did you say?
I said when people pretend like they're actually rooting for you, but like go behind.
No, your red flag, like yourself. Like, what would you say your biggest red flag is? Like, for someone else, like you was meeting someone, and they were like, "Hey, what should I know that?"
Oh, absolutely. All right, easy. This is easy. My OCD whenever I just get very overwhelmed, I turn into a completely different person. I shut down, and you won't get a single emotion out of me.
Yeah, he told me to shut the fuck up earlier.
I didn't say it on those lines.
Yes, you did.
You were saying LOL.
Yeah, because I was laughing because you was like, "Bro, I'm still here," and I'm like, "LOL." And I'm like, all right, just text me when you're ready. And then he'll text me something else, and I'll be like, LOL. He was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, oh, okay.
I go, not looking good, ... Just got news the plane at our gate is malfunctioning, so now we're waiting for another gate to open up. LOL. I go, please stop saying LOL, AJ. I'm so pissed off right now.
Well, to be honest, I was in bed, and I was like, all right. Like, he's
and you go, all right, just text me when you're ready.
Because I was like, yo, like, he just blew up on me. But anyways, yeah.
That's mine. So, like, when I get very, very overwhelmed, I just completely shut down. You won't get a single emotion out of me. I'll just go straight dead face, go all in the gray zone, like, blah. Like, my communication is dog shit. Everything's, like, I just will not be communicating the same way. I won't be talking the same way. I'll be acting just very standoffish. Yeah. That's my biggest red flag. What about you?
Mine is, and I don't know if this is a really good thing or a really bad thing, but mine's, I like to be alone way too much.
I love that too. I love that.
But I
love it.
I can't, like, it's hard because, like, you know, you get those people like, did you miss me or whatever like that. I'm just like, I don't miss like people. Like I it's to that point where like I love to be alone. Like I'm okay. I'm content of being alone.
I feel like you'd be one of those people that when you get in a relationship, a serious relationship with somebody, and you have a house together or like a apartment together, that you would literally get like at least 2-bedroom place to like sleep in by yourself sometimes.
No, it wouldn't be that extent, but like, because if I'm with somebody, I gotta like them for real. Like, I just don't be with them. I mean, you know how people do. People would just be with each other.
People love relationships.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like those aren't even relationships at that point. They're just like, I'm bored. We're bored.
Exactly.
Together.
They can't be alone.
We're bored together. I'm talking about living together. Like you're already at that point, dude. I'm not just saying
There's people that do that though.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. It's just like I think about it. I can't even picture myself living with somebody.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I think that's my biggest red flag. Like, I'm so content of being alone that I don't put other people's feelings who don't like to be alone. Like, I don't get it, you know?
Yeah, no, I don't, like, people that, like, need the attention 24/7, like, need a relationship 24, I'm like, that's insane. But I absolutely love being alone. I love it. But maybe you're at a more extent than I am. But I like, love that shit, though.
Right.
Like, to be, like, especially, like, when I'm, like, going through, like, I don't want anybody to talk. Like, you try, like,
yeah.
We've had times where I was just like, dude, like, my last job, not this job, but I was just like, fuck this shit. You're just like, you want to talk? I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, you want to hang
out?
out?
Way too.
You want to hang out? Like, no. Yeah. You want to talk? No. But that's my, like, I'm just saying, my biggest red flag. When I get overwhelmed, nothing. You don't get anything out of me. And, like, it's not like, oh, there's a certain person I can't, like, nah. I'll talk when I want to talk, but that's definitely my biggest red flag.
I don't know. It's just so weird for me. Like, I'm trying to do more with other people, but it's just like, I'd rather just do everything by myself, go places by myself. Like the gym, I go late because I'm by myself. Like, it's just, I work
out by myself. I like doing that. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's my biggest red flag, but
all right.
We'll see. It makes me not get emotionally attached to anybody.
Well, that's sad.
I guess. But yeah. Episode 22 in the books.
Biggest red flag, emotionally unavailable. That's mine for you.
You think?
Absolutely.
That's probably true. I don't know.
It's 100% true.
I'm not It's not emotionally unavailable.
Yes, you are.
No, let's break this down. What does that mean? Because I get emotionally.
Bro, I'll be saying all the time, like, I'm finding somebody, and you'll be like, absolutely not.
Yeah, no. Because I don't want you to find someone for me because you don't know who I am.
Like, find the person, but, like, you know, like, we're out, like, wingman use type shit.
Oh. I don't need
that. Yeah, he does.
No. Okay. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Episode 22 in the books. Thank you for tuning back in on another Thursday. My bosses are watching now, so hello, bosses. Oh. Yeah. So
my former manager that just quit is watching. Hey.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're watching every episode, but they did subscribe. One of them subscribed the other day. But yeah, so we are at, I didn't check the count before we get here, but continue to go to the YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Come see our pretty faces every week.
Every
we're Thursday. Here every Thursday around the same time, 8:30 a.m. Be there or be square. And then go to our Instagram and TikTok for daily/weekly clips and reels of, the episodes that we have been posting. 23. That's a lot of clips. That's a lot of reels. And I still have some to post. So stay tuned.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, that's it. So
that was great. That was a great outro.
Was it?
It was a great outro.
Are you being sarcastic?
Nope.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
No, it was just very informative.
What do you mean?
It was very informative.
Oh. I do that all the time.
You told the people what they need to hear.
Yeah. Wait, you want to tell them something else?
Nope.
Yeah. Bye.
That's it.